All right, what's going on? Gonna see if we'll get going. We hope the bronze Porsche wins, Squidward. Well, we'll see. Made it to the second round. Can wait to see if I can get my. All right. Well, we got sound. That's a good sign. Uh, so I tried something different. Hopefully, uh, I had not really a complaint, but a notification that I wasn't. That they'd click on the announcement that the live stream was coming, and then nothing would be there. So I tried something different this time. Hopefully, it works out. And appears to be good. So we're gonna try and see how this goes. Like I can't edit that. So all right. Well, hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone had a Merry Christmas yesterday. We did here at Quantum Diecast. A good time. So let's get into the race. Just trying to situate this live chat thing. All right. Anyways, I got it here, so we'll be good. All right. Hope everyone's doing well. Let's get started with the racing today. Here we have the 8 cars that made it to round 2. We have the Nissan Skyline 2000, the Volkswagen Kafer Racer, the Acura NSX, and the Koenigsegg Gamera. That's in the Heat 1. In Heat 2, there's the Porsche 934 Turbo RSR, the Toyota Supra, the Custom 53 Chevy, and the Matchbox Mustang convertible. That's from the moving parts line. Let's get started. Those are all 8 cars there. There's the first heat there. Nissan Skyline, Volkswagen Kafer, Acura NSX, and the Koenigsegg Gamera. Who's your favorite? Who's going to win this race here? We're going to do 4x4 racing. They have 4 races, 4 cars. You get points based on how you finish. 5 points for first, 3 points for second, 2 points for third, 1 point for fourth. And if you do not finish, that is a big fat 0. You do not want to get any do not finishes because that's like you didn't even run the race. So So here we are, race 1, heat 1, round 2. Like the Nissan took that one, followed closely by the Volkswagen. And the Gamera had a little trouble with the gate. Acura came in third, and Gamera, with that trouble, came in fourth. So after one race, the Skyline is up 5, the Kafer is 3, the Acura 2, and the Koenigsegg with 1. Moving on to race 2 in heat 1. They switch positions and they're off. Looks like the wow, that Volkswagen took off. And look at that. Skyline ended up on its side. Koenigsegg got stuck. Looks like it's backwards on the track there. And the Acura ended up off the track backwards. So 3 cars did not finish. Only the Volkswagen. And it took off so fast out of the gate. Got such a big lead. I think it just avoided any mishaps that happened. Let's see if we can see what happened. Koenigsegg a little slow out of the gate. There's the Volkswagen way ahead. Already we see that the Koenigsegg is backwards. Let me try to see if we can find out what happened. There they are, they're running fine. Oh, looks like they both get loose sideways. I don't even see the Nissan. See if we can go back and see the Nissan, because I don't see the Nissan anywhere. Okay, it got out ahead of those, but it looked like it had. It, it's weird. I see it. Go back here. I see it come down. It's ahead of the Koenigsegg. It just disappeared. Like, no, it just disappeared. Did not. That's weird. And since the Kafer was the only one that finished, it got 5 points. Everybody else got the big goose eggs. So the Kafer's in the lead with 8, followed by the Skyline with 5, the Acura with 2, and the Koenigsegg with 1. On to race 3. Once again, the Gamera having some trouble getting out of the gate. Looks like everyone finished that time. Volkswagen was definitely held back by the Gamera. Let's see what we can find out what happened exactly in the race. Because the action is so fast. There we go. The Gamera gets trouble. Acura and the Skyline get out to a big jump. They're fighting for position. Both of them dive to the inside after the turn, followed by the Koenigsegg, which is catching up. And the Volkswagen, looks like there's some jockeying. Acura wins, Koenigsegg in second, Skyline in third, and the Volkswagen in fourth. I'm just happy everyone finished that race. So with the win, the Acura jumps up to 7. With the Skyline, the Gamera has 4 points now after the nice second place finish. And the Kafer, even though it came in last, has 9 and still has lead going into race 4. Pretty exciting race. I'm glad everyone finished. It's good to see the jockeying in position. Here we have race 4. Acura and the Skyline in the front. Looks like the Gamera had some trouble on the gate again. Skyline takes it from start to finish, and the Koenigsegg ends up upside down on its roof and does not finish. That's going to hurt. Let's see what happened. It has some trouble because it got bumped by the gate there. Skyline. Acura has some trouble. The Volkswagen was able to pass on the inside and take the second place from Acura. So the results: Skyline in first with 5, Kafer with 3, Acura with 2. Nice move by the Volkswagen to take second place, and the Gamera, who ended up on its roof. Hey, DD, how you doing? Good to see you. Hope you're having a nice evening. And so let's see who's moving on to the second round when we get these totals. There we have it. The Skyline with 12 points and the Kafer with 12 are both moving on to round 2. And the Acura and the Gamera are headed to the garage. So, interesting to see. I thought the Acura would be a better performer. It basically, well, it would have only got a point if it didn't let the Volkswagen get by. So here we have Heat 2. We have the Porsche 934 Turbo RSR. And we have the Toyota Supra against the 53 Custom Chevy and the Matchbox Mustang convertible from the moving parts with the opening doors. Probably gives it a little bit of wait. We'll see how it does. Yeah, I believe that made it to the second round with the Chevy Custom. Here we have race 1, Porsche and the Supra in the front. Looks like there was some trouble with the back cars in the gate. Supra wins, followed by the Porsche. No, the Porsche ended up on its back. I think that was the Mustang that finished second. Where's the Chevy? The Chevy ended up. So somehow the Porsche and the Chevy had trouble. Let's see if we could find out. The Porsche was in the front and Chevy right behind it. Mustang and the Chevy get bumped by the gate. Mustang flies by second place. Both of them have a pretty wild ride. End up finishing. And the Chevy and the Porsche do not. Thanks, DD. I had to make some changes for the 4-car race. I got rid of the loop and the thick-walled track. It was causing problems with the 4 cars, so we got rid of that. But then I had to. We had too much speed going into the turn, so I kind of had to make a downhill and uphill. So it wasn't my original thoughts and track design, but it's what we had to do to make the cars stay on the track as best we could. But there we have at the end of race 1, the Supra and the Mustang, the only 2 cars that finished, 5 points and 3 points. Porsche and the Chevy was 0. On to race 2. Mustang in front. Second, the Gates had trouble with the cars in the back. Supra takes the lead and beats out the Mustang. Here we are in slow-mo. Both back cars got bumped by the gates. We're going to have to talk to that gate operator. Mustang and nice racing there by the Supra and the Mustang, going back and forth, jockeying for position to try to take the 2 valuable points. There's a 2-point difference between first and second, and it's very valuable. These cars trying to move on to the finals. Here you have the Supra and the Mustang battling it out. Porsche was going to take third, and the Chevy was fourth. So after race 2, the Supra with 2 victories is now 10 points. The Mustang with 6, and the Porsche and the Chevy are finally on the board with 2 and 1 point apiece. Moving on to race 3, the Porsche and Chevy got to get with it. They are considerably behind the Supra, and even the Mustang is stretching it. That's what happens when a do not finish. It totally makes it a lot harder to move on. Race 3, again, we have trouble with the back gate, and the Mustang is going to take the victory. The Supra ended up on its roof, right where the Hotwheels track meets the fat track. Let's see if we can see what happened. I think it had problems with the gate. We are currently hiring a new gate operator. And see, the current one keeps hitting the second cars. There they go. Supra looks like it got jumped by the gate and landed on the divider. So it's a 3-car race. Mustang was in charge around the corner, and the Chevy trying to hold off the Porsche. Porsche makes a move, Chevy blocks, and is able to take second place. So after, I think that's race 3 actually, not race T. Oh yeah, race 3. Sorry, I can't read. After 3 races, even with the do not finish, the Supra is in second. No problem, DD. Have a good day. Good luck at work. Hope it goes by quick and easy for you. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. The Mustang is in first now with 11 points, and Porsche with 4, and the Chevy with 3, rounding out the top 4. So, pretty much the Porsche and the Chevy are out of it at this point. Going into race 4, it's the Mustang and the Supra will move on. The Porsche and the Chevy cannot catch up. So let's see what happens in race 4. See if everybody makes a good effort. Exciting race. Looks like the Porsche got bumped by the gate again. Supra wins. Chevy in second. Let's see that in slow mo. Oh, yep. The Porsche got a little bit of bump there from the gate. A lot of mixing around. Good driving by the Supra to block off the Chevy. Chevy is making a valiant effort. You know, it didn't. It's probably disappointed it's not moving on, but it's not. It's going to give a show. Give a show to the fans. In second, there's the Mustang in third, and the Porsche in fourth. So sorry, Squidward, the Porsche is not moving on. The third win that heat for the Supra. It's got to be one of the favorites going into the finals. And the Porsche and Chevy with 6 will go home. Mustang also moving on. So we have our 4 cars for the finals. It is the Supra and the Mustang. The Supra is the favorite, I would say, against the Skyline and the Kafer Racer. Just hoping all cars finish every race, and it's a nice clean race. Here we go, race number 1 for the finals of this week's. Well, it's actually last week's, or actually the week before. Sunday night or Monday morning racing. Here we go. All cars make it clean. Oh, the Supra has some trouble along with the Skyline. Skyline ends up on its roof off the track. And so does the Supra ends up off the track, but right side up, down in the pit. Let's see what happened. Skyline comes down. Looks like it has some. It caught some air coming down that hill, and kind of messed up the Supra. The Kafer and the Mustang out in trouble fighting for first place. Kafer goes backwards and finishes, beating out the Mustang. So again, we have 2 do not finishes. The Supra and the Skyline, and the Kafer and the Mustang. 5 points for the Volkswagen, 3 points for the Mustang. That's going to be tough for the Supra. Supra was my favorite going into here with the good showing in round 2. But we'll see what happens in the next race. It has some valuable points to make up. And the Supra gets bumped by the gate. Skyline's going to win. Mustang in second. See, that's in slow motion. Supra gets a little bit from the Kafer, also gets bumped by the gate. 4 cars in. 4 cars finished, but the Mustang able to beat out the Supra for 3rd place. I'm sorry, the Kafer. So after 2 races, Skyline wins that one now, has 5. Mustang has 6. The Kafer with the third place finish ends up with 7. And the Supra on the board with 1. Supra needs to make up, had 3 wins in round 2 and needs to get at least a couple wins to get into this one. Although none of the 3 cars are pulling away, it's definitely does not look good for the Supra. So here we have the Supra and the Mustang in the first box. That's going to play well as this gate operator has seemed to be pulling the gate short. All right, here we are, race 3. And they're off. Supra, got some trouble. There's a little block there. And the Skyline ended up stuck on the rail. It looks like the Supra did a little block, held up the momentum of the rest of the crowd. The Skyline got pushed on the rail, and the Mustang and the Kafer were able to follow. So here's the Supra trying to get back into it. There it is sideways. It does the block before the turn, carries it through the turn, straightens itself out, but looks like the other cars in the back, the Mustang, appeared to push the Skyline on the rail, and the Kafer was able to slide by. There's the Supra winning, followed by the Kafer, and then the Mustang, and a do not finish for the Skyline. So that's going to hurt the Skyline with its second do not finish of the finals. That gives it 5 points. The Kafer with the solid run in second now has 10. The Mustang in third is 8, and the Supra with the win is 5. So it's basically anybody's race. The Kafer could have a do not finish, and the Supra could win and pull this out. So anybody's race. This is a very close. Let's see what happens in race 4. Very exciting finals. Here we go, race 4. And they're off. Supra, Kafer. Supra blocks again and pulls the victory. And the rest of the field was very close. Here we have the Supra. Just like last time, it's doing the block. Kind of puts the Kafer sideways, holding up the Skyline, and the Mustang. Kafer almost goes off the track here. It's on the rails. That could have been very unfortunate. Able to get back on, blocks the other 2. The Supra will win, followed by the Mustang, the Kafer, and the Skyline. So here we have race 4 results. The Supra wins, the Mustang in second, the Kafer in third, and the Skyline in fourth. Very interesting race. Let's watch that again. Slow motion. Very interesting race. All the cars backed up. There's where the Supra decides to block the rest. I'm not sure I like that tactic of blocking, especially when you have a lot of real estate to go in the race. But the Supra blocks the other cars, so the Kafer ends up going sideways. The Skyline and the Mustang are battling. Kafer blocks the other 2, able to right itself. But the Mustang gets by it for second. Kafer trying to protect its very small lead. And let's see what the finals are. Very disappointing finals for the Skyline. It ends up in 4th place with 6 points. 3rd place is the Mustang with 11 points and had 0 wins, so that's why it got 3rd place. Second is the Supra with 11 points, but it had 2 wins, so we decided to give the Supra 2nd place. And the winner of this week's is the Volkswagen Kafer Racer with 12 points. Very tight matchup. There are your previous winners. Week 1, Loop Coupe. Week 2 is the Lotus. I think that's the Sport RS or Elise Sport Elise. That's right. The Lotus Sport Elise. Third was the Renault Sport RS. Probably confusing those two names. The fourth week was Five Alarm. The fifth week was Lethal Diesel. Last time was Sandburner. So those are the winners. What's going to happen is now we add the Kafer Racer to the group. So we have 7 cars. We're going to do one more and have 8, and then a tournament of the 8 champions will go head to head to decide the ultimate champion. We're also planning on doing new races after the new year. If you are a diecast channel and you'd like to be a sponsor car, let me know. Basically, we just put your name on it, and you will be the sponsor of that car. We can have a draft, and you can pick the cars you want to be a sponsor. And I'm hoping it'd be 64, but you know what? 32 might be more manageable. So we'll see. But those are the winners: Loop Coupe, Lotus Sport Elise, Renault Sport RS, 5 Alarm, Lethal Diesel, Sandburner, and the Volkswagen Kafer Racer. Thanks everybody for watching today, and if you're watching this after the live stream, thank you very much. I appreciate it. If you haven't subscribe. We appreciate that as well. Thanks again. This is Earl. Have a good day. Hope your Monday is wonderful. And we'll see you next time.